Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away. Set to take over again. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Cousins now from the 50. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, give me radar. Hey, 22.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Big 20.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. It's putting the game in jeopardy.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins from the gun on third. Leaves it for Petty. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
They'll run here. Abdullah. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run with Abdullah. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. He goes underneath to Abdullah, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. A dump off for Abdullah. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kiki QT as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Ready. Zebra.
Stafford on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25.
Hey,
2nd and 10.
Back 53. Let it go here.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 22. 22. Tag 53.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Harrison Smith, the all-pro safety, was right there step for step defensively. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Tag 53, ready.
The final shot before the break. Stafford escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Second half starts with a run by Abdullah. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker Christian Jones there to make the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Second down, Cousins. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, So here we are in
December. Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's P. Ryan to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, 22!
Here's Stafford now on second down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On first down, Stafford here. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10, right at the 40.
Give me radar. Hey, red.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Second and 10, Stafford again. And his throw here is incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Slam. Hey, give me radar. 50-50.
They snap it to Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Back 55. Trail right, 22.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Never Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards for number 11. Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run it again with Penny, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Abdullah. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They go with Abdullah again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kiki QT, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Like 7. 32.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Penny, a first down carry. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Penny. Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, go here. Jumbo.
To throw again. Stafford. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Ready, move. Hey, 22. Hey, 22.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Now a desperation. And this is caught. And that one results in 35 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
They'll run it with Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for Minnesota, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.